Good evening, you fat, filthy females of exceptional size. We are going to play Warhammer Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin right now. I did play, of course, the beta version of this game a little while ago when it first came out. I was none too impressed by the beta version, but it is a Warhammer product, and I suppose we should look at them. I mean, I ignored Bolt Gun because, like, boomer shooter. Oh, heaven help me, I could not be less interested. But this is a strategy game. This is theoretically my jive, so let's have a look. We'll be focusing primarily, I think, on the multiplayer aspect for now, I think. Oh, God help me. No, really? Is this a... Oh, no. Right, well, that's an immediate minus 25 million points right there. Jesus Christ almighty. Do not have retarded sign-up processes in your god-awful effing video. Okay, that was relatively painless. Okay, fair enough. That was... You could choose to just tell them to go F themselves. Okay, fair enough. Okay, alright. If you just need me to be like, hey, you know, we need to at least register your name. Alright, but still, don't. Do not. Don't. Cease. Stop. Anyways, where were we? Yes, the game only has 1v1 or 2v2, which is just kind of weird and dumb, and I do know why. It's because the game is very, very much so a console and, some have said phone-focused game, and I can certainly see the point in that. Wasn't there supposed to be an army painter in this game? I'm sinking to data centers. Well, they're palette. What? I can't, but video game, what do they... but video game, what does it look like? Okay. But I'm presuming these are color palettes. Yes, I'm presuming these are color palettes, but they don't actually let me, you know... They don't actually let me see what the color palette is? Okay, hit equip maybe. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Huh. Yeah, no, it's equipped, chat. It is absolutely equipped because you can see the little marker move. You see that thing? That moves. But you don't actually get a preview, because the moment you click equip, you just go back to this screen. So, interesting. That's a non-ideal way of of showing what something is going to look like, but okay. Very well. Let's go ruin somebody's day in 2v2, shall we? Because that way I have no idea what's going on, and I'll drag somebody down with me. So, Disciples of Zinch, they do look awfully feminine. Stormcast Eternal are just ground-poundy space marines. We don't like those. The orcs were cute, mostly because their, well, models didn't work. And the undead are undead. So, let's play some undead, I guess. Invite? Is there a... There we go. Okay, so searching. Wait, can I see, can I... Dum 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 dum. Thank you. Oh, that wasn't quite what I was intending. This is why you don't had every single respect of your video game be online, because it makes it a bastard biatch to actually do anything. And they too, no actual army preview. Okay, well, we'll pick Quicksilver then, for shits and giggles. Right, let's see. Waiting on server. 3 minutes 57 seconds. I'm presuming we're connecting to something. Let me just see. Let me just, because this is being awfully slow. Let me just check real quick if I'm perchance downloading egregious quantities of hentai in the background. Just nope. Okay, well, should be fine then. Right, here we go. My dear ally Hobnob, I apologize in advance for dragging you down into the gutter, seeing as I have little clue as to how to play this video game, but I know the basics, you know, you send units to the point on the map and you claim them, and then you build more units, and then eventually you kill the enemy with those units. I've got a... Am I yellow or am I blue? I'm yellow. Okay. Oh, this is an interesting camera position. Right. The archers were goddamn OP last time I played, so let's do those. These are basic units. This is a hero.
We have secured an arcane
Chain rasps. Those are melee dudes. Make you 1, make you 2. Then we've got some ranged dudes, followed up by more... Can I not... Can I not actually put, like, a... You know, rally point anywhere?
I have lost.
Apparently not. Okay. Do you capture faster with multiple units? You do. Okay, is that the recruitment button? That's the recruitment button. Okay. Again, ranged units were OP as shit last time, so we're just going to build some of those. This is taking forever to capture. We should probably advance beyond this point. These units are... They're fast, aren't they? Okay, yep. Do I have 3 of those now? Yep, there you go. 99. Alright, open upgrade, 900 thingy-bobs. Okay, I can't afford 900 thingy-bobs yet, but I will eventually. Okay, you get in there, you keep firing, and you go for their archers. Am I winning? Retreat, still now a Spectral Fury. I'm pretty sure I'm winning. Weird bits of lag, which I don't necessarily appreciate. No, don't go into melee. What the fuck? Are you retarded? Don't go into melee. Just attack that. There you go. Well, dumbasses. What are you doing? What are you... What are you doing? Attack the enemy, please. Well, I was doing very well there until I don't even know what happened. That was an interesting thing. I have no actual fucking clue what the hell that was. I guess I just wasn't clicking on them correctly enough. Please retreat when I tell you to. Video game? There you go. Okay, the control systems are still as ridiculously unresponsive as last time. That's good to know. Even cost 210 flags. Probably shouldn't have lost you, obviously. This gameplay still feels unfathomably stiff and weirdly difficult to control. Now, let's resummon the hero that we wasted. Troynin, donors $2 say, blanks are gingers. Listen, list reasons they aren't. No, I refuse. I believe you're correct. Okay, please. Right, attack those. Are you... You are. Okay, good. Okay, attack those because they're weak. Did we get the hero back? We did. Okay. What the fuck are you doing? What on God's good Jesus be fucking earth? What is that? I am so... Okay. I must be clicking something wrong. Or, like, are they all setup weapons? I think they're all setup weapons. Okay, so you can't actually attack a target unit. You kind of have to set them up, because if you try to attack, then the video game freaks out. That is a weird choice, but okay. Can I interrupt this in any way? Probably not. No, that's an entire army. Let's not. Can I upgrade this? 300 realm stones. Okay, the realm stones are garnered from... Those are victory points. I think those are realm stones. Okay, I should go help my ally, because he's actually doing worse than me somehow. Let's see. You cost flags, so I might as well get another melee unit. Alright. They're going to probably come up there, I would assume, so we're going to set those up. Or are you going to fall back? You're going to fall back. Okay. Is he just scouting? Yes. Okay. I mean, I don't like being over here because it's obviously going to mean that they're going to capture everything else, but I also kind of need to get some advancements going on here. Alright, set those up. I've got enough to upgrade now, which is probably a pretty good idea. I wish you would stop going into melee like that. Okay. Well, some of them are shooting. Not all of them, mind you, but some of them are shooting.
I have lost.
This is going pretty terribly, everything considered. Yeah. This is going absolutely awfully, in fact. I don't actually know why it's going so awfully, but that was a complete and utter one-sided stomp. I don't even know why. We apparently inflicted no damage, and everything I had was wiped out. Okay. I see. Oh, very well. Huh. Very well indeed. This is not going great. We're down to 306 points, and we're falling rapidly. Yes, I think this is probably not a great one. Mirmoran Banshee. Heavy assault. Strong against archers. Weak against melee. Weak against, strong against... I mean, my matchup there wasn't actually too bad, I think. Because I was fighting mostly other swords, so the chain rats should do okay. They are weak against range. I guess he had more range than me. I think they just had more units, and that's just pretty much how that works. Okay, well, on the bright side, you can rebuild units fairly quickly, which is good. Guardian of Souls.
I have lost. Shit.
Well, I think it is probably too late to turn this one around. I should probably learn your special abilities. Fires a wave that slows struck enemies. Second, it burns them for 5 seconds. Heals 63 for each enemy unit hit. Spectral Fury. Element 9 within range becomes a stomp of 20 seconds. Deal damage cooldown. Okay, so they probably just spent a special ability to win that fight, because they won it really badly. Alright, well, we should make one last futile sally out, see if we can do anything. The fact that these are all setup weapons annoys me to no end. Armor and movement speed. Okay, so the swords should theoretically beat the shit out of those, because those are shields. And they should theoretically beat the shit out of those, because, well, they're, you know, just ranged units. Theory only goes so far, as it seems as if they're actually getting their shit kicked in. Yep, they're actually getting their absolute shit kicked in. Okay. Well. Very well. Theory, as they say, only goes so far. And in this thing, I told you to oh my heavens, I despise the fucking... Every single goddamn interaction feels like it requires a double tap click. Ooh. Okay, well, that was disastrous. Let's go again. Right, well, I'm gonna keep trying these guys, because I'm gonna need to figure out if they, you know, actually work. Good game, though, to my, my fellow associates. But, okay, I noticed this in the beta as well. To retreat, normally you just like, okay, retreat, tap R, and they'll retreat. Not in this game. You've got to, like, double tap R, and even then, it feels like sometimes they just don't do it. And it is... Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it. It's just, it's one of those things that's just like, why? I'm presuming it's because of consoles, right? Because on a console, you're going to have to select the ability and then press the button, so that you don't just randomly click the button, because you only have so many buttons. You're going to need to be able to select it and then confirm it. But on PC, it's just aggravating. So John donates to us, says, have you heard of XO demo on Steam now available? XO. Steam? XO on Steam. Build a fleet, lead humanity. Okay, that looks kind of cute. I'll have a look at that a little bit later. Primarch, don't $5. Say, hey Arch, have you ever played Imperium Greek Wars? It's an indie 4X grand strategy set in ancient Greeks, and it seems pretty good. Thought I'd recommend it. I've seen it. I've never really properly played it, so maybe I'll give it a second look later on. And Lord Thomas R. Spartan donates $5. Say, how are we doing, Archley? You're being mood kindred with Ashley still tickles me, having rewatched that VOD at work yesterday. Well, that's good. You have lost connection to the servers. What? Okay. How? Alright, impeccable stability right there. Fantastic. Let's try this again. Troy Neenan donates 2 Australians, I think. The GW's war on 3D prints go anywhere? No, they've honestly kind of given up the conflict, honestly. They don't seem too interested in it anymore. Oh, right. Oh, okay. So let's not be entirely negative, right? A good thing is the UI is no longer blindingly white. You know, I'm not feeling a migraine setting in just by sitting here watching the video game, so that's good. That is definitely a step forward. Thank you very much, developers. 40 seconds. 48, 49, 50. Hum. Hum.
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
Hum. 75, 76. All right. Not immensely well populated. We'll give the game some time. You know, it's trying. The 3 other people who were playing the game a moment ago just elected not to. Population medium, queue time average. If this is your average queue time game, I think. I mean, we're approaching Company of Heroes 3 standards here. JD is the new gold standard, donates £5. Say, have you seen the Naturally RP voiceover on YouTube? He's a pro VO that created 40k VOs of famous lines. He did a great voice to many characters. I have not seen that, no. And Dragon Mage donates $5. Thank you very much. Say, I'm not a fan of Age of F, Sigmar, I'm guessing. Lord, it's ridiculous. Like, how did Teclix and his brother capture Nesh and force him to throw up all the elf souls? Well, that's kind of the determining thing about Age of Sigmar, and what I hate so much about Age of Sigmar. It is all over-the-top high fantasy bullshit. Like, none of it's grounded in any way, shape, or form. All of it is just beyond bonkers. It's like, oh yes, we captured a god and made him resurrect our species. Aha. Right. How precisely? Oh, well, you know, he really wanted to bang my bro Teclix in the cornhole, you see, and we used that as bait. What was that UI? Okay, Archer, Skelly Bro, and another Archer as soon as we can. We should probably capture that. I don't know why the UI feels the urge to be so blindingly massive. We have Craven Throne Guards. Oh. They're incredibly cringe sounding. Are you capturing that? No, you have to be in the circle until you're done capturing. It also annoys me, I can't click on it like a capture point and then click on somewhere else to shift click. Because it's actually not like a real capture point. And so you can't actually go like, oh, hey, shift click that, and then move on to the next point. You have to sit here and manually watch the unit capture so that eventually, once it's done capturing, you can move on. That's dumb and stupid and not a very good use of my micromanagement, frankly. Okay, go on, little boys. Are you... Oh, you're trying to join up in, like, formation. Okay, I wish you didn't. I wish you would just move.
Service guarantees citizenship.
That would be a vastly superior thing, in my opinion.
We are outmaneuvering the enemy.
Okay, there's the little melee lads. Okay, get the other melee lads in and around those. Set up. Okay, you're capturing that. Good boys. This should be a very advantageous engagement. Yep, kill that one. Nice. Yes, this is a very advantageous engagement, as I'm up against someone who knows even less about how the video game functions than I do, which is quite nice. Quite nice indeed. Alright, let's just push on. Let's push on and grab their stuff that produces the little, like, ball resource things. Because the ball resource things are, like, toots useful, bruh. I'm pretty sure. Oh, Jesus, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, maybe we don't... Maybe we don't do that. Maybe we don't do that. Alright, so we've got enough balls to upgrade our thing, which is exactly what I'm going to do, because last time... my ass got absolutely pulverized by tier 2 units, so let's attempt to get around that. So 1 extra unit of time to max 4. That's useless.
Heresy's the question.
That's actually
Fire
really
is the
good. We
answer.
should build that, because that gives us more orange balls. And from what I've learned about the game so far, orange balls is like king shit, yo.
We have secured an arcane conduit.
Orange balls appears to be
Service
the like
guarantees
best
citizenship.
resource, because it allows you to do like magic spells things and stuff. And it gives you bigger bros.
Dominions crumble.
Both of which are highly advantageous in your average video game. Okay, my ally's taking middle as well. So he's going pretty swell so far. Pretty fantastic. You done upgrading yet? I have no idea. No, you're not.
I will take their final hopes.
Da, da, da. There we go. Okay, I want those because they have horses, and I quite like horses. Not in that way. Filthy, dirty chant. How dare you? How dare you insinuate?
I shall prevail. Enemy advances are a threat.
That also increases my unit cap. That's useful to know. Let's get one more of those as well. Alright, I have their orange ball generator. My enemy has received a pounding to the patoot. We shall fall back and rally against them to recapture the victory point. Because we're also going to have dudes on horses now, which will be pretty great. We're going to have more dudes with swords as well, which is near equally great.
Raven throne guards to command.
A hero, I guess. Okay, they're going to recapture their orange balls, but I'm kind of fine with that. We can recapture this. Maybe
Losing control.
push straight on in and see if we can't force a little bit of an engagement on their side of the map.
Outmaneuvered. The Guardian of Souls has risen.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Alright, how much for the next upgrade? The next upgrade is 400 orange balls.
Territory.
Okay, you come over there. Let's wipe the shit out of their army. Right, let's do that. And just like kabongy blowy. There you go. There, and I've just murder fucked his entire force, basically, which is pretty sweet. Alright. You dead yet? I mean, I'm actually not hating this engagement, because I'm doing pretty well here. I don't know why. Like, he comes with his entire army, and somehow I am pounding him into the fucking dirt. And again, I can't actually tell you why I'm beating the shit out of him. I can just tell you that I am, and I don't mind it. Like, I'm fine with this. This is a entirely acceptable outcome. I just wish I had the faintest fucking clue as to how I'm doing it so I could repeat the process in the future. Okay, you go Cap. Apparently, I'm kicking the shit out of this guy too. I'm not even taking damage. Alright, the blue bar is a shield, clearly. So my dudes have shields. Their dudes do not have shields. This is very unfortunate for them. And I'm gonna out-tech them like nobody's business. Okay. That's a lot of shit, and I should probably leave now. I don't know why you're so slow.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Alright. We're not losing, but we're not necessarily winning either.
Valuable ground.
Increases command gain. I haven't the faintest clue what that is either, but I'm sure it's very... Ah, that's the blue flags. Okay, yes, that is useful. I want that. You done upgrading yet? No. Didn't I buy a hero? Ah, yes, there you are. Yep. GTF! Are you healing? Come on. Go back there. Oh. Is there no unit regeneration? Okay, well. Right, that's upgraded, which gives me access to stuff that I can't afford. But I like the look of a lot of these things. Aurachel the Drowner, Grimghast Reapers. I like those. Let's get one of those. Try and heal them if all units in range. Ooh, nice. Okay, that's very useful. Yep. Come here if you want to live, or if you want to stay dead. Regardless, come here. Okay, he's a ranged damage hero. I don't mind that. Did I finish building the new dudes? It's actually genuinely kind of difficult to tell where my fucking base is. Nope. Oh, hello. Okay, hi there. Alright, let's begin that healing thing. Did he just walk through my entire army somehow? I think he did. Okay. That is interesting. Why are you... Okay, you're going over there. That's fine. Are you gonna live? I think you are. Let's do... that. Yeah, all of my shit just got wiped out. God, I have no idea how I'm winning and losing these fights. I have no fucking clue. It's like I get ruffled or I do the ruffling, and I am equally confused both times. Alright, I lost one of the little ranged dudes. Those are pretty effective, so let's build another one of those. I think I just want to get more Grimghast Reapers, honestly. Are you just not reinforcing? How do I reinforce you? Can you not reinforce? Surely, you must be able to reinforce. Surely. Or is this like a unique thing for the undead that they just don't? Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. Are we healing? We're healing. Okay, you just have to be really, really, really goddamn close to the portal. Like, really close to the portal. There you go. Okay, that makes things a bit more understandable.
I have lost. Shit.
All right, there we are. All right, what did we get out of the final upgrade? Nothing? Nothing, apparently. Okay. It's another hero unit. Honestly, I just think I want more melee shit. Right. We're holding 2 points, so we might as well just advance straight down the middle. And help our enemy, who is probably about to get smushed from the side, if I was to be any guess. We've got ass loads of realm stones, so we might as well use our orange superpowers whenever we can. I feel like maybe I didn't cast that spell, because I didn't feel like I was healing in that last engagement. Okay, just set up all of your little pew-pew dudes right there. Did I buy that guy? No, it cost 220 blue. That's a silly thing to put your flamers in there. Okay, here we go. Go on, little dudes. Okay, start healing all of my dudes.
Heresy is the question. Fire is the answer.
There we go. And that should be a nice and one-sided fuckfest. Turn around and shoot those guys, and could you maybe fight those? Thanks. Apparently not. Alright, I guess they're flying or something, so I can only, like, shoot them? Yes. Okay, that makes a certain amount of sense. I mean, they're still dying, so... Okay, well. I'm feeling fairly confident that we are winning this video game right now. Relatively confident. If I click on that, will you attack that like a normal unit in a normal RTS? Yes. Okay, that's nice at least.
Heresy is the question. Fire is the answer.
Friends. Jesus. Like, it really feels as if either your shit is just unstoppable, or they violently explode the moment the enemy so much as farts in their general direction. Like, there doesn't seem to be, like, a middle ground. There's no, like, extended skirmish. Like, either your shit absolutely violates the enemy, or your shit gets absolutely violated. That was some serious fucking AoE, though. Jesus Christ. That was some ridiculous AoE. Cost them all of their lives, too, but... Do I not have, like, a special unit? Because, like... Ah, upgrades. Right, I should probably be getting upgrades, too. Right, considering what those things did to me the first time, I don't think I want to be here for the second... Treat you... Would you please... There you go. Funeral troll, Bethany, Redemption Light, in me, Sniffing Light, Unus, okay. So they don't have an ultimate unit, but they've got like an ultimate ability somewhere that I didn't, pay attention to. Wow, I got a little like square to put around my face. Wow. Wow. Like useless stuff. Good. Fantastic. Alright, unit breakdown. Damage dealt 826, so the Reapers worked very well. the archers actually out-damaged them, so spam archers. And the Knight of the Shroud did well too. Like, so the Nazguls work fairly well. Yes. Nazgul's good. Oh. That's mildly amusing. Because you have actually the exact same, like, income. In fact, we were getting less... We were getting less of the little balls than they were? Really? Okay. If you say so. Right. Super Chats. Heavens. There we are. Kimi Pirate says, this is what you get for not playing Orcs, Git. I don't know if the Orcs are any better. I feel like... Okay, because I think, like, all of the units, basically, they're the same thing. You've got, like, melee, and then you've got two types of melee. You've got sword, and you've got shield melee, and then you've got archers. I don't know. Whole lot of unique units, but again, you could kind of level that complaint at any game, I suppose. JD's the new gold standard asks, how is AOS performing financially? I always wondered if the work they put on it would have been better spent refreshing Warhammer Fantasy, Friends for Life. They have not released any financial details about Age of Sigmar, which seems to indicate, to me at least, that they're doing very poorly, because otherwise they would be bragging about what a great financial decision they made in killing Warhammer Fantasy. And the fact that they are actually resurrecting Warhammer Fantasy indicates to me that it can't possibly be doing very well. Sentinel Rex says, the way I see it, Age of Sigmar is like epics or mythos hyperbole. Yes, but worse. I mean, hell, even the Greeks don't have shit as crazy as this nonsense.
Heresy's the question.
Diano
Fire
Martin
is the
is
answer.
20 Canadian dollars. Thank you very much. Says, hello, Art. What is this game you're playing? It kind of looks like a Chinese bootleg of a classic Warhammer game. Anyway, keep up the good work, buddy. Thank you very much. And it kind of is a Chinese bootleg of a classic game. It's Warhammer Fantasy, or not actually, it's Warhammer Age of Sigmar, the bastard that killed fantasy. And it's a weird little strategy game. It's a very, very weird little strategy game. I mean, you say army loadout, but these are just skins, aren't they? I'm pretty sure these are just skins.
Heresy's the question.
Troy Neenan
Fire is
says,
the
you
answer.
can't keep watching your units fight. Need to move units on both right and left wing. Cut enemies' attention. Well, that's the thing. You can't. Once units are engaged in this game, they are engaged. They can't
Service
move. Once a
guaranteed
unit is
citizenship.
fighting, it's stuck in combat with the other units. So it's not a very maneuverable game, actually, in that regard. Sandum says, thank you, Arch, for the Gargan video. Here's some Orc lore. Thraka sends telepathic words into his warpers' heads in the galaxy. Thraka makes them think it's a Gorkin Mork. I think it's done by two weird boys and jumper cable. Probably. And just Sigma says, oh my, what a big arch you have there. I do. It's tremendous. Ciro becomes a bridge god worshipper. Thank you very much. And Troy Neenan, they need to make it so more units within a group slows movement speed for groups. It would make tactics more important and utilize cavalry for harassment. Maybe. I mean, the units right now are just really fast most of the time anyways. Inquisitor Tom is definitely not Skaven. Says, how long till they add Skaven, do you reckon, Arch? Also, hello. Well, I'm not sure this game will do well enough to get an expansion, so we'll see. Sandum says, want to share lore and Orc because I love them. One of the first lore videos I watched was the Pain Boys video. I love that the doc chases his patients down to give life-saving care.
Heresy's the question.
They do.
Fire is the
Sometimes
answer.
the patients just don't know what's the best for them. Mr. Distant Frenzy say, hey Arch, how's Realms of Ruin? Have there been any improvements since last time? Is it still shit? Well, I I'm very confused by this game. Like, I'm not a massive fan of the whole units are locked into combat thing, and that's very much so a console thing, because this game is supposed to be cross-platform, I believe. And if you tried to do a game in the Dawn of War 2 style, right? Or Dawn of War 1 or 2, right? Where you need a lot of micromanagement, Dawn of 2 specifically. The console players are just going to get their butts handed to them on every single occasion by the PC players. So what they've done is, they've kind of made the gameplay a lot more static and locky, so that once a unit is in combat, there's no moving that unit out of combat. There's no microing once you're in the fight. So it all kind of depends on the initial engagement and the usage of skills in the engagement, rather than how well you can control your units. Zero says, ready for some ArchCast, face, neck, and chest. I'm confused now, and a little bit scared. And one of the issues is, I don't really know what's happening. Like, I enter into fights against what seems like seemingly, like, normally, relatively decently sized armies, right? And I lose nothing. And I stomp them into the ground. I'm like, okay, how did that happen? And that has happened to me too, where I engage armies that look up to be about on par with mine, and then I just lose without inflicting any damage. I'm like, okay, why did that happen? It's almost like it's an element of the static nature of the combat, where because it's not very flowy and mobile, fuck you, or very stable, as it turns out, once the battle is joined, you're kind of just sitting there, waiting to see who wins. And with some heroes, of course, you can press F and do like a line nuke, and that'll give you an advantage. Or you can press like, channel the healing thing for 15 seconds, and that'll give you an advantage. But beyond that, you're kind of just watching the game unfold. Zero says, feels like they're trying to make it like in a tabletop where disengagement is an action, but it doesn't convert well to RTS. Yeah, Again, I see the argument, because you're making it crossplay, and if you made it all about micro, then the console players would literally not have a chance in everlasting hell. But I'm not sure that's a sacrifice worth making. Now, in a larger scale RTS, I can see it. Let's say that you did a, like a Total War style, think Arena. Think Total War Arena, right? But you've got, 20 units. Okay, on a massive map. In that case, I can absolutely see forcing you to be locked into combat, because that would basically mean that you've got to be really careful when you engage, because you know that when you're engaged, you're dedicated, and you can't simply throw 8 units into the mix-up to win the battle quickly, because now you're dedicating 8 units, and you can't move those 8 units quickly. And so they might be vulnerable to artillery, or spells, or enemy cavalry, etc. But here, where you're playing the game on these tiny little narrow-ass maps, filled with these tiny little fucking-ass corridors, it's not really a lot of maneuvering to be had, especially when the armies get big. I mean, they fill the entire corridor, so it's not like I can get around them. I mean, I think the ghost things could fly, so I mean, there are some units that can, either jump over the combat, I guess, or teleport or something, That adds in a degree of mobility, but it also kind of just overlaps with using abilities. Time elapsed, 160 seconds. Da, da, da. This is apparently the medium population size with average queue times. This is on, like, early access launch day, too, so this isn't going to be the largest pool of players, but this is going to be the pool of players that are the most excited for the game. And, there doesn't seem to be that many excited people. 200 seconds. Demi Kid says, at some point they'll need to start adding KB plus M as a requirement for console RTS. Keyboards plus mouse, I'm presuming. The dumbing down of strategy doesn't appeal to fans of strategy. I entirely agree. It's one of those oxymorons, like, hey, let's make a strategy game. Okay, cool. What are we going to do with it? Well, we're going to make it super basic. Uh-huh. I see. I mean, I suppose you could argue that Tetris is a strategy game at that point, and, you know, kinda, but people who are fans of strategy games tend to be fans of, oh, you know, strategizing. It's a weird part of the niche, I know. 250 seconds.
I have lost. Shit.
And Chad makes a point, you gotta consider how many people are playing the campaign. I guess. I mean, honestly, I'm not interested in the campaign in the slightest. Like, oh, an Age of Sigmar story. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't think so. It could be riveting for all I know. I'm just saying I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Zero says, it seems population decline has applied to the lobby. It kind of does. Waiting on server. Let's see if we can, there we go. We're getting into one this time. That's nice.
I have lost.
Why is there such a weird number of Singor, the Creed AC, Dinklesberg, Termiti versus, so there's a, it's like 3 versus 4. Are you sure this is how it works, video game? I think he might just be doing so dumb here, I think. Okay, so you can create a rally point, but you do so with a different building. Pray tell, what's the logic for adding the rally point ability to a different building than the building that you recruit units from? See, that's just so weird. It's like, okay, you need to click on this building to produce the units. Okay, rally point. No. Rally point. No. You gotta pick on that building to make a rally. Why? Heavens help me, why? What possible reason or rationale could there be for that decision? Oh, boy. I have Craven Throne Guard. Okay, let's just spam archers because the archers seems pretty useful. I really hate that you can't shift click these because I really would like to be doing something else rather than sitting here and watching that number slightly slowly rising. Go, go, go! Go! Ike, mein Kinder! Ike now! That reminds me of the intro to Ichigo 100%. Ike. Don't mind me, Chad. It's a very old anime. Not even necessarily a very good anime either. Wait, is that a... Oh, that's a thing! Okay, no, go get that thing. That's one of the valuable things. Yes, that's a valuable thing. Go get that. You done? No.
More servants for the procession. The enemy are losing control.
Okay, I mean... Nobody's coming to fight me yet. Shoot. Shoot, targ burglars. Fire your weaponry at the enemy. No, you are not going to go in there and tag my ranged units, you little bastard. It's not a thing that I'm going to allow. Okay, he's going to cast a special ability. He's going to cast a lot of special abilities, actually. Ow. Okay. Holy shit, I was winning really badly, and then suddenly I apparently lost really badly. Interesting. Well, I'm going to kill his hero for that, so that's something. And I've got reinforcements coming, so I will win that. Alright, well, well-placed ability can certainly turn the tide of battle, as we've seen. I like that. Please, retreat, you tard. Could you... Thank you.
The enemy are seizing our arcane conduit.
Our arcane conduit. Oh, Arc 9. Build that one because it gives me balls. Right, okay. I've got an enormous advantage in balls, though, because he used his balls on abilities, and I didn't. Which means I'm going to have way more balls than him. And ball advantage is a decisive advantage in video game. Did lose my hero, which isn't great, but he lost his hero too, so... Yes, you just stand there and get shot at. A wise strategic decision, sir. Very, very intelligent, yes, most certainly. Oh god, I wish this was all on one motherfucking tab. There, upgrade.
Gaining ground.
Okay, I've got 3 of those now. Did I not tell you to go up here? I feel like I did. Please, do. Alright, he really wants that point. I'll get enough dudes in a second once that upgrades.
Our warriors are taking ground.
Right. There you go. Okay. I was about to say, surely I can have more than 3 units in a control group. It would be very weird if I couldn't. It would be unheard of weird if I couldn't. Alright, can I buy him yet? No. Am I done upgrading yet? 5 seconds. Okay. 5, 3, 2, 1. Give. Oh, never mind. Potato cannot rest. Potato must continue its eternal vigilance. I feel like they're saying potato. I'm pretty sure they're saying potato. And you cannot convince me otherwise. Alright, lazy bones. Get back up there. How much for those guys? 250. Let's buy them.
We have summoned a guardian of souls.
The Guardian of Souls. He heals people. That does cost 120 points. See, I kind of like the whole idea of tying like currency to special ability usage. That I quite like, because it means that you've got to be very careful. You can't just continuously use your super powerful abilities. You've actually got to be careful, because it's like, okay, if I use that ability, I will set back my my tech by X amount of seconds. So it's like, okay, is winning this fight worth setting back my teching? That's really cool. I quite enjoy that. That is a nice and neat little idea that they've come up with. Alright, let's get you in there. And let's get that spectral lure going. The unit AI is fucking abysmal. Like, if you're not microing your units at every point, they are just going to stop and stand there and be like derp 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 derp. That is what they're just going to do. Alright, well, we've murdered the shit out of that. And we are murdering the shit out of that, so this is going... I kind of want to kill that, but I think maybe we should probably make sure we win this fight first, and then we can worry about that. No, that. Let's line nuke the little bitches. And here goes my ally. Yep, I'm feeling pretty safe that this is going to be a victoire right there. Right. Only you guys can go home for the time being. Let's see. With such an enormous lead in balls, I might as well double down on it when you're ahead, get further ahead. Let's see, how well could I fight this? That is quite a lot of nonsense. Ow, okay, shouldn't have lost that. That was a bit dumb. Do I want to spend 120 balls on this fight? Not really, but I'm also killing this stuff, so... Actually, no, I think I do want to spend 120 balls on this fight, because I think I can win this fight, actually. And I wish you would retreat to the thing that actually healed you, instead of just kind of waffling back there and then standing around, licking your own balls for no particular reason. That would be lovely. And then we'll get some Grim Reapers. Please shoot the objective, by the way. I thought we were busy tickling our testicles. I know. Trust me. Believe you fucking me. I am aware. And yet, I would rather you didn't. We're undead crossbowmen. Woo! I prefer skeleton archers. I really do. Like, there's something... Like, this is something that Age of Sigmar has completely missed, that Warhammer Fantasy did so well. The idea that you can actually have some low fantasy stuff. And in fact, having something be low fantasy stuff actually makes a setting more unique. Instead of like, every unit in my video game is a spectral crossbow, whatever. Like, these are ghosts. Yeah, but look at them, they're magical. Their history is that they're ancient scholars or woodsmen that die. I'm like, yeah, but couldn't they just be skeletons? It's like, no, every unit needs to have lots of floaty garbage around them.
Service guarantees citizenship.
There's a charm in simplicity that Age of Sigmar has completely and utterly, well, gang violated. Sandoom donates $2. Say, Ratbrick can now rest for how bad AOS is. They can. Well, we found a game quickly there, at least. That's nice. Very, very quickly. No, chat. Arch knows exactly what low fantasy is. Low fantasy is precisely the definition of Warhammer. Because remember, the Warhammer world does not have magic naturally. It was introduced by chaos and the collapsing of the polar gateways. It's simply you who don't know what Warhammer is. I know what I'm talking about. And see, the beauty of low fantasy is also, it is a low fantasy world, as in a more of a medieval-esque society, something where magic is an element that exists in the world rather than being a defining force. And, of course, there are degrees, obviously, but something like Lord of the Rings is definitely higher fantasy than, say, Warhammer fantasy. For the love. In the meantime, Age of Sigmar, again, is a bajillion times higher fantasy than Lord of the Rings, again. So, we're basically using it here as a very ad hoc term to refer to how batshit over-the-top magical the world is. Because, I mean, this is the highest of fantasy. This is gods exist and waffle around men level fantasy. Like, this is... Sigmar is literally alive and chilling in a garden that he made with his magic power somewhere, as infinite armies of immortal warriors made from fucking lightning wage war on 1,000,000 planes in 1,000,000,000 different battles. Like... This is fantasy at the point where nothing matters. I mean, I remember reading the fluff book for, what was it? The Iron Jaws, I think. I was just casting a glance over at my bookshelf, and it literally began with like, oh yeah, the forces over the Iron Jaws, 1,000,000 tribes. Like, they're besieging 1,000 fortresses across the countless plains. I'm like, okay. Alright, okay, fuck. So none of this matters, then. If there's literally trillions of orcs attacking millions of planes, like there's 1 billion battles across fortresses scattered across the galaxy, like chaos is just like an endless horde of chaos cultists battering themselves bloody against the mortal realms for all eternity. The fuck do I care? Like, here I am playing like a 500-point battle. There's like 30 dudes a size. Like, wow. This doesn't even count as a skirmish. This is a bar brawl. Fincon says, I disagree. Lord of the Rings is a very low fantasy. There are only 5 mages total, not the colleges that are in Warhammer Fantasy. Oh, well. See, that is one argument, but the other argument is that Sauron is a protege of the Lord of fucking Darkness. Like, he is the guy who Satan taught. And I point out, like, oh, well, what was the, Morgoth? Was that it? Like, Morgoth is practically a god. Not to mention that there's an entire continent where an immortal species of Ubermensch live. Like, granted, the current year of Lord of the Rings is much lower fantasy, and it's deep in the decline, right? The elves, the last, like, magical race, is starting to abandon Middle-earth and so on, and with the fall of Sauron, with the fall of Sauron, the protege of Satan, that sort of ends that, but you've also got to remember, this isn't the final, like, chapter of this world, as there's still the entire idea that Morgoth isn't killed, he's merely trapped, and at some point, the trap's probably gonna fail. So I would say that it's a very high fantasy world. It's the same as if in Warhammer, right? As if one of the gods stepped out of a chaos portal and was like, hey, I'm Khorne, I exist in reality. Which, by the way, they did in the end time, so I suppose I'm shooting myself a bit in the foot there, but I also hate the end times, in my own defense. There's that too. But it's, it's also the more good versus, how do I put it? I do factor in an element of good versus evil as well, because in Lord of the Rings, it is very classic good versus evil, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's also definitely a more of a fantasy element in there too, because you've got good, and then you've got bad, whereas in Warhammer Fantasy, again, Even the High Elves are genocidal maniacs, you know, when they think it's interesting. Even the people guarding the legacy of the old gods, the lizardmen, will just indiscriminately slaughter anyone who comes too close. They won't stop it and be like, hey, yo, bro, like, there's some ancient Stargatches over there, and, you know, frankly, you wouldn't understand. They just beat them to death with a machete, or machete, not machete. What's the name of that Aztec sword? It's N something. Machete? I don't fucking remember. But it's a sword with rocks in it, which is a very dumb sword, by the way. Oh, yes, that too. Tom Bombadil. Thank you, chat. Tom motherfucking Bombadil. Like, Tom Bombadil is in all due likelihood one of the gods of creation, right? There was even what was the thing? Like, they decided to not entrust the ring to Tom Bombadil because to him it just wasn't important. Like he would just misplace it. He would just forget about it because he's like, well, it's like a shiny trinket or something. It's to him the One Ring is an item of absolute insignificance. Like, that's his power level. Obsidians are rocks, chat. Like, not rock, obsidian. Obsidian is a form of rock. It's not a metal, it's a rock. It's a sharp rock, but see, the problem with obsidian is that it shatters really easily, it's fragile, and it breaks. So you get to beat like 2 or 3 people with your wooden sword, and then suddenly you don't have any more rocks on the wooden sword anymore. Which is also part of the reason why they got their shit pushed in by the Spanish, because you hit somebody wearing a cuirass with a wooden stick with rocks embedded in it, you're not going to get very far, and you're going to actively disarm yourself with every blow. Alright, it's another 2v4, chat.
I have lost.
I don't know why it looks like this, but it does, so, you know, deal with it, I guess. Right, so Archer, Chain Reapers, and then just keep spamming units until I win. Or lose. 1 out of 2.
Our power increases.
Ah, power is more powerful than you could ever power.
Raven throne guards to do our bidding.
But primarily, we're just going to spam the shit out of archers, because they seem to be really, 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 really goddamn good. Can I get there while there? Yes, I can.
Flame rasps to command.
Dumb. Can I still afford another one? I can, apparently. Right, just keep building those then. Well, what about other units? What about other units?
Taking ground.
It's a fascinating, fascinating theorem you have there. I'm just going to keep building archers, if you don't mind. I'm tempted to actually just build archers, but I guess I should get, you know, some of these guys too. You know, just for balance's sake.
Raven throne guards have risen.
You know, just to pretend like I'm engaging with gameplay mechanics. Yay, golden boys. Stab them. Stab them now. Let's see if this one knows how to retreat. Because so far, I've been very lucky in the fact that most of my opponents have not actually understood how the retreat mechanism works. Oh, this guy does. Wow, okay. That's very unfortunate for me. Alright. Yeah, that's tragic. I don't like it when other people than me understand how the game mechanics work. I think we're gonna use one of these. Okay, sometimes they do the aimy shooty thing. Okay, so this unit we've got to kill, right? Nice, nice, nice. Did I build any more units whilst I was busy with that? Yes, I did. Lovely. Right, balls, balls, balls. Do I have enough balls? I don't have enough balls. Do I have enough things to get that? I do. We're gonna get that immediately because it gives us more balls, balls, balls. The mechanism of this video game revolves entirely around balls, balls, balls. Tremendous amount of balls, balls, balls. Balls, balls, balls. Balls, 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 balls. The game's loving it. Alright, can I afford to upgrade it now? I can't because I don't have enough flags. Oh shit. Something's going down. Am I all in range? I am. Okay. Crap. Nope. No! It's like, yeah, I gotta retreat that unit. Yes, yes I do. But not that other unit, though. The unit that did retreat. That one I didn't need to retreat. Okay, good little archers. You're as wonderfully OP as always. I did lose that one unit to a little retard swordsman, but who cares?
We are capturing vital territory. The enemy loses ground.
At least I got him back alive. Upgrade. Alright, we're holding all the points right now, which is pretty swell. I should see if I can help out my ally a little bit. Because if I can beat my guy and crush the enemy guy as well, then we are in a very, very good position. Create rally point. Yes, please. Alright, does my ally know how to retreat? I'm worried that he might not. I'm very, very worried that he might not know how to retreat. I don't think he does. No. No, I don't think he does. Okay, can I at least kill that unit for him then? That would be nice. Nope. Alright. Oh, boy. Jesus Christ. I really do feel like I should probably just, you know, build more ranged units. That really does kind of feel like it's the be-all and end-all, doesn't it? It's like, build ranged units. But what if I wanted to, like, vary up my unit build? Build ranged units. Alright. That helps break that flank open as well. Let's get back to our usual business. We're losing quite a few chain rasps, but that's fine. Oh, hello. Are we going to double down on this flank? We are. Let's get back there to help out. Or is he just going to be defensive? You know, if he's just going to be defensive, then I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go around and behind him to employ some of that maneuvering that I've heard so much about. I should probably get some banshees.
The enemy are capturing vital territory.
Okay.
I shall prevail. We are gaining valuable ground.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Get them out of there. Okay, keep a bit of an eye on their health points pool, but the I mean, the hex rates, or whatever they're called now, should be pretty good. Please retreat. Good, good. Please fucking obey instructions, you absolute fucking cockwall. Oh my god. Oh my god, commanding this game is a pain in the fuckhole. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, you guys go back there. Can I upgrade this now? I can't, not yet, but I can pretty soon. Right. Well, I mean, if that's potentially a free hero, maybe. Oh, please attack. I told you to attack. Attack! Oh my balls! Oh my poor, much abused balls. Okay, well, I'll get that hero at least, which is pretty nice. My poor, abused fucking balls. Alright. Can I upgrade stuff now? I can very, very soon. There, get that. Did you actually attack them? No, but you tried. Good on you. Good on you. An attempt was indeed made.
Enemy advances are a threat.
Alright, they're over there. And over there. I think those are tier 2 units. I'm kind of rushing for tier 3 here, and I'm hoping that that'll work out.
We have lost an arcane conduit. We must move.
Alright. Right, where are you? That's where you are, okay. And we'll cast the Spectral Lure. Good, they're muffling their way through the ranged units very nicely, actually. And I'm healing like mad. The fact that they got into the middle of my goddamn archers there is non-ideal, mind you, but it does kind of bunch them up, so there's that. Okay, you continue going on there. Alright. Keep doing your stuff. Where are my horsemen? Where are, oh, there they are. They're just fucking chilling. I was wondering, like, I feel like I have more units than this. Why do I feel like I have more units than this? Oh, it's because they were just kind of chilling back there. Oh, okay. Okay, then. Still, that's a fight won, so I can't complain too loudly. Heavy. Okay, let's start getting Grim Reapers out. God, the units move really weirdly. It feels like they're really fast one moment, and they feel like they're really slow the next. Oh, yeah, I still got quite a lot of stuff. He did retreat fairly quickly. I did kill a couple of units, but clearly not enough to make a massive dent. Actually, they're just about to lose, so it doesn't matter. Because I've held middle and left all this time, so... It's actually what we like to call irrelevant. No, not those. I don't like those. I don't know. I've never used them, but I don't like them.
Arcane conduit. We're losing ground.
You come over here, too. Movement speed feels weirdly, like, inconsistent. And Reapers. Go on, boys. Get in there. Be vile and evil grumpy pusses to them. Yep. It's like, I'm gonna use my special powers to screw you over. Well, so am I. Oh god, I wish you would just... Okay. When there's nothing else to fight nearby, video game, that's where you just have your units fight something else, instead of just having them stand stock still and uselessly on the battlefield for no particular reason. Like, basic AI. I mean, this would help the console players too. If the unit has nothing else to do, and there's an enemy 5 feet away, go punch the enemy. This is hardly higher level RTS design here. Just continues. I can't afford anymore. Well, that's a bit of a tragedy. And that is probably just about all she wrote, I'd imagine. Okay, he's gonna make one more attempt at it. And go around there. Go, stupidly, incredibly slow cavalry units. Go, go, go! Threaten his ranged units sometime this week.
You require me. Death will always prevail. Enemy advances are a threat.
There we are. Sujad says, do you ever feel like you've forgotten more about Warhammer than you remember? I do all the time, particularly for the spelling names I could spell easily. I don't know, I haven't given it that much thought. I do know that I often catch myself like, oh yeah, why didn't I remember that little factoid? And then I remember it. Sad Doom said, would you ever do a lore video on the Polar Gateway? Well, there's not a whole lot to it. It's there, and then it exploded, and there you go. There you go. So John says, He-Man goes from high fantasy to low fantasy. I would say He-Man is actually relatively low fantasy. I know that sounds absurd, but on the one hand, there's not actually that much magic, and magic wasn't introduced to the world of Grayskull. Like, magic is the basis. Or is the world called Grayskull? It's like the basis for their existence, so... Yeah, I wouldn't call it low necessarily, but Luke Jones gifts 1 ArchCast membership. Thank you very much. And Mercenary X21 says, does this game suck balls? I mean, I'm not hating as much as I did during the beta. Partially that probably has to do with having that ball of negativity Kibbs around as well. Goddamn him. But it's not a very good strategy game, and it feels really fucking shallow. And it's like, so far, I have discovered my fail-safe strategy is build more ranged units than the enemy. Win video game. That seems to be pretty simple right now. It's very easy to retreat, so long as you've got decent micro. You can usually get out of the way of most engagements. The way the retreat button works is derpy and weird and dumb, and lends range units yet further advantages because they'll be able to get off like 1 or 2 more volleys on a retreating unit, whereas melee units near instantaneously lose DPS access. So it kind of feels like the melee units only really exists to soak damage and keep the enemy busy so that your range units can kill everything. And at that point, it's kind of a battle between who can keep their dudes alive the longest, because fights usually stay fairly close until one side or the other begins out-damaging the other side, and then the fight collapses almost immediately. Like, that game was actually an excellent example of that, because during the mid-game engagements, like, he was using his banner of the whatever the fuck to make his units, like, invulnerable or really tough, and I countered that by using my just keep healing, you goddamn assholes ability. And mine lasted longer, it felt like. And so I eventually outfought his front line, and, like, the battles never feel close. The battles always feel like they're really one-sided, in a way. Where the battles can last for a while, sorta, like at least for a minute or so. But even when he got me in, like, a really good engagement, and... Well, no, that was probably the closest engagement. When I was wondering where the hell my little cavalry dudes were, and they were just tilling in the background. So he's fighting, like... he was fighting 2/3 of my army, and he got right in amongst my ranged units. And even then, even though he got as close to perfect engagement as he could, he still couldn't beat me. And I still got out of it with the majority of my stuff intact. Primarily because of using abilities. Like, it kind of reminds me of Dawn of War 3 in that regard, where the units themselves are almost window dressing compared to the heroes. So I cast healing, and my dudes just don't die. Ever. For 15 seconds. And even though he's in amongst my archers and they're doing no damage, I turn my hero around and I do my, like, wave of deathy derpy derp derp. And that basically kills all of his guys. And the battle ends with him retreating and I having, like, 2 or 3 units on the field. It's not as ridiculous as in Dawn of War 3, where, like, the superhero and the knights, etc., could just kill entire armies solo with no effort. But it feels like the hierarchy right now is melee units exists to block stuff, and then ranged units exist to actually kill and damage stuff, and then the heroes are like the big boy nukers who can decide entire battles at one spell. And if you're not using them effectively and correctly, you're just gonna get stomped. I mean, I don't hate it anywhere near as much as I did in the beta. But I'm also not loving it. I'm also not really loving it. And normally, I'm quite fond of games in which I win 90% of the time, but it's just, it feels really basic and kind of uninteresting. It's also the setting, I gotta admit. I'm just like, I have no connection to any of these units. All of it is high fantasy nonsense. Like, all of my undead are ghost stuff. Like, I don't think there's a single skeleton in the mix. Everything's just a Nazgul. Like, I have Nazgul crossbowmen protecting Nazgul horsemen, whilst Nazgul reapers are fighting alongside Nazgul swordsmen. It's like, I have an army of Nazguls. Huh. Oh, yeah, like, I gotta be honest, chat. Like, I have no interest in the campaign whatsoever. An Age of Sigmar campaign? Oh, you'd have to pay me. You would have to pay me. It's like, just no. Just no. Hell, okay, if you're interested in the game because of the campaign, pick it up, play it for like an hour 30 minutes, and if it hasn't hooked you after an hour 30 minutes, it's not gonna hook you. And just like cancel it and uninstall it. The only thing that would potentially draw me in here was the multiplayer, and it's not really drawing me in. I'm not hating it anywhere near, again, as much as I did in the beta. I think it's competent now. Like, it's all right, you know? It's, it plays. it functions half of the time, it disconnects me all the time, and I need to wait like 10 minutes between every match. In fact, the waiting time is almost as long as the matches. And the balancing seems very simplistic. I don't think this is a game that's going to remain interesting for very long, and I think that is primarily due to the near absolute and complete lack of maneuvering, where the only maneuvering really is probably going to be units flying. And even then, my opponent had flying units, and he elected to use the flying to retreat rather than attack. Probably because he knows that even if he flies into my ranged units, well, I can heal them just as fast as I'm healing everything else. And if he doesn't have fighters on the front line actually, like, fighting, well, I'm just going to go kill his ranged units. And then he's going to sit there, like, staring into the face of my Nazgul crossbowmen as they just continuously heal. And then they're going to be like, wow, we're so alone, and we can't fly anymore. How unfortunate is this? And the map design does not help either. The incredibly tiny maps with the narrow-ass corridors, and... I mean, the units, they move fast, but they seem to, like, pass really weirdly. So they move very inconsistently. So I don't feel comfortable flanking, because it feels like it's going to take me forever to get there. And it feels like the battle I'm flanking around is going to be over before I actually arrive to fight. I'm not sold. Nah. I think I'm going to be refunding this one, honestly. I might give it another look when it inevitably hits a 50% discount in a week. Because the player numbers are not looking fantastic either. Let me have just a... Oh, you can't see the... Yeah, there's no reviews yet, are there? Because it's an early access, etc. Let me have a quick peek at the forums. Yeah, not very positive. What's the, Okay, that's mildly funny. The leaderboards. So I'm presuming this is supposed to be scrollable. Apparently there's only like 5 people who's bothered to play ranked because, like, I can't scroll anywhere up and down. There's even like a big blank white slot here. And there's an edge there as if that's the scrolling edge. So, yeah. Again, bear you in mind, this is the early access stage of the game. So it is not necessarily 100% representative of the final experience. Check out skirmish, campaign chapters, new game. I thought they said there would be an army painter in this game. But I don't see no army painter. There's skins that you can select from. You can't see the skins before you select them. But I was kind of hoping... or customize your army's livery and low... There we go. Okay, army livery. Maybe. Alright. Now let's do these guys, because they're probably more obvious. Create palette. There you go. Okay, there is an army painter. Now, that's good. Is it a good one? And you've got shield rims. You got pauldrons. And you've got... What's this? Probably something fancy that he doesn't have. Okay, there is an army painter. Good, good. I like that. Army painters are great. Save. Apply. Back. Does that apply to everyone then? Oh, can you paint them individually? Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's a very nice army painter. I would probably honestly prefer it to be uniform, mind you. But the ability to paint your heroes as well, so that you can have, like, unique looking heroes, that's good. That's really cool. Can I customize the flag? Yes. Yes, you can. Nice. Nice. Okay, that I do like. That I do like a lot. Props to the team for making that. That is actually a really good feature. That is a very good feature. Like, all games like this in the Warhammer setting need an army painter. No excuse. You've got to have an army painter. And this looks like a pretty good one. Let me guess. Is that color perhaps the... That's the dragon. Yep, it's the dragon. What's the dragon? Dragon. Purple dragon. Boom. There. Purple dragon. We like purple dragons. Alright, well, that pretty much is my conclusion then, I think. Multiplayer is uninteresting. It's not particularly fascinating. I'll maybe have a look at it again in when it's got a nice deep discount to see if maybe they've added some more, you know, depth to it, made it more interesting, but I do not like the 4-console approach. I think it is inherently anti-strategic, which is not a good thing in a strategy game, unsurprisingly. The maps are very funnily, you can't maneuver a whole lot. The setting is deeply uninteresting to me, but that's a personal thing. The campaign, it might be fantastic, who knows? I'll never be able to find out. Literally, I will never be bothered to find out. But it's not awful, you know, so if by some chance you're a big fan of Age of Sigmar, well, this will be your extraordinarily poor man's Dawn of War 2, I guess. I feel bad for you. I feel very bad for you. You have my sympathies. Oh, God help me. And hey, if you only own a console, then, well, this'll be your strategy game, I guess. And hey, it might bring some joy into your otherwise extraordinarily suffering-filled and fun-deprived existence. Console peasants. Disgusting. And with that, I'm going to wrap up. And refund, because, yeah, $60. $60 for a console RTS. No, not right now. 30, I'll consider it. Thank you all very much for watching, and thank you for your very generous donations as well, chat, for hanging out with me as we played some Realms of Ruin and had a nice little look at it. And we will see you all again tomorrow. We will have a stream on Kyle's channel. That's more Project Zomboid, so you can check that out. And there will be Crusaders, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign. That is starting on Thursday, so do check that out. Thursday, with Sargon, Rags, and V. That'll be a lot of fun, I have no doubt. Let's see, is there anybody streaming today? There is! Kyle's playing Victoria 3. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, I already shilled Kyle, okay. Zomboid tomorrow. We'll raid Rosa today, and then we'll owe Dev a raid later on. Have a good day, chat, and good night.